Hey guys, I'm Justin.
I'm Lee.
Yes, Eric.
I'm Carl.
And today we continue on the trail to get you some more obscure-esque Halloween films. Today's topic is werewolves. So let's roll the intro and get right into it.
Welcome to Horrorland.
Alright, so werewolves. Howling at the Moon, a big topic across Halloween is always werewolves. So again, the whole ordeal with this, if you didn't catch last week's episode, is to take some more obscure, less talked about films to get everyone kind of ready for the Halloween time of year here. Last week was scarecrows. This week we did werewolves. So the number one thing you can't do... huge movies, like huge budgeted movies, so no like The Wolfman, no, what else did we say no to? The Howling, and American Werewolf in London. We couldn't do that one either. So those were really the top three. Pretty much everything else was fair game. So again, this is just to kind of pick some lesser known, maybe some less talked about films, and hopefully get you some werewolf movies added to your list of things to watch to get you in the Halloween spirit. So anyways, who would like to go first?
I always go first. We'll make Carl go first.
Okay, Carl can go first and we'll just go in order. How about that?
Mine's the Wolfen.
Orion Pictures presents Wolfen. For centuries, they have been hiding in the rubble of your cities. The concealed threat. The invisible terror.
Chris! You scared me.
They can sense the rhythm of your blood. Hear clouds pass overhead. See where you are blind. A force so deadly, it will tear the scream from your throat. Wherever you are, they are.
Somewhere in the world, every other day, a corporate executive is assassinated.
Team her up with Wilson.
There's not a trace, not a speck of metal. Nothing soft that could have ripped and ravaged like this.
Is it an animal?
Well, it ain't human. Do you realize how many people disappeared without a trace? Something out there might be eating people.
Did you hear that?
Yeah! Get out of there!
What do you think it was?
You were being lured. We were being separated.
By what?
The carnivore. You got yourself some kind of meat eater. Meat eater.
What is it?
It's Wolfen. They're only animals. They might be gods. In their eyes, you are the savage. Wolfen.
It's one of my all-time favorite movies, not just werewolf movies. And oddly enough, unlike Eric, we've always said we like our werewolves vertical.
So true.
And these are not. They're canine-like. But the story is super cool. It is, they're actual Native Americans, Indians, however you want to call them, and they're shapeshifters. They're not just into werewolves or wolves in general, but any shape they want to take. And it's really cool. It's got Albert Finney in it. This is Gregory Hines, one of his first, newer movies, and Edward James Olmos. There's a big cast in this movie. Movie's really well done. It's the story is your bite for this. It's not particularly. There's not a ton of kills. The kills that there are good.
It's more of a detective thing than
it is. It's an investigatory movie. Beginning of the movie, they kill some really wealthy higher echelon people in New York, so that generates a big stir, a lot of publicity. So naturally, you got all the big NYPD folks involved, and Albert Finney's basically one of their best investigators that's been retired or semi-retired from the force due to alcoholism and all this other typical cop crap in movies. And he comes back to investigate this and find out, who the killers are, and actually meets Edwards James Olmos. He's one of the Indians that are actually the shapeshifters, and it's just a really cool movie, beginning to end. It's not a lot of plot holes. It's well acted. To me, it was just the best thing about it was the twist. It wasn't your typical I was bitten by a wolf and I turned into a werewolf thing. It kind of the story behind it, the heritage of the story. It was really cool. I enjoyed it.
It's actually one I've never seen. We have it to watch. It's on the watch shelf, but I've actually never seen that one.
It's actually really good.
It's got a very good story. It's just a bit slow. I will say that.
It's slow. Oddly enough, the weird thing about the movie that got me was it showed parts of New York that are no longer there. The Twin Towers, obviously, but like one of the boroughs of the Bronx is no longer there. That was torn down and rebuilt, 30 years ago or whatever. It's weird. So you get to see a lot of things that you wouldn't normally see. And it's kind of gritty, dirty, kind of...
The fun part about it for me, not to interrupt you, but the fun part about it for me is seeing all these old actors that a lot of them are not with us anymore.
No.
But they were character actors back in the day that you saw in like everything.
And I'm telling you what, Albert Finney was in freaking everything.
Yeah. And I mean, he was young in that.
Yeah,
I was like surprised.
30s.
Yes, it was very surprising how young.
Because now you got me wondering about that, because he was in everything.
Well, he's the only sex scene in the movie. He was in it.
He
and
was
I'm
in it.
Why am I watching Albert Finney in a sex scene? And he was young. He was like 35, maybe something like that.
Yeah, he was. Hang on, now I got to do it. I don't want to. Oh, God, I hate doing this. But now you got me going crazy, because I'm like, how many movies was he in? I want to say 180.
It's a lot. I mean, Albert Finney, he's a rather famous. I still call him a character actor.
He is. That's all he ever was. He died in 19. Let's see. God, yeah, he was in a shit ton of movies. He started in 1960.
I can believe that.
And went all the way through the mid-2000s. So
he was probably 40 then in that movie.
Yeah, he died in 19. And he was a super, super talented actor. Mm-hmm. He could do anything.
Yeah.
But let me see. He was in Gathering Storm, Big Fish. Let me go all the way back.
He played slightly annoyed better than anybody I've ever seen.
Murder on the Orient Express, Shoot the Moon, Under the Volcano, The Green Man.
This is probably one of the few horror movies he ever did.
It's the only one. Yeah, he was the only one. And he was just, it's fun to see him. It's fun to see Gregory Hines, because I've always liked him.
He had a big old throw in that movie.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, that sucker was huge. But yeah, I actually did enjoy seeing Gregory Hines in that, because I mean, the last thing I had seen him in was Running Scared, and that was 40 years ago, whenever that movie was on.
Yeah.
But
you gotta remember all the stuff he was in. Wasn't he in Blazing Saddles?
Who?
Gregory Hines? Mm-hmm. No, that wasn't him. That was I know.
I know who you're thinking of. Yeah. But I can't think of his name. But yes, different guy.
He was a dancer, all kinds of stuff. It was just cool to see.
Well, I mean, he got really popular there for a while. White Nights, all that stuff.
Back in the 80s to late mid 90s.
Yeah.
Everybody had their moment in the sun.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's my take. I loves it.
I guess it's my turn.
Your turn.
Okay. Boy, have I got some stuff to tell y'all. This is my subgenre. His is clowns and scarecrows. Mine is werewolves. I'm a huge fan of all that kind of stuff. I was slightly surprised at my own pick, to be honest with you. I really struggled because somebody took my pick that I was going to do.
Told you I'd do something.
And I'll have plenty to say when he starts talking about his. But for me, I chose when I say it's brand new, it's not. It's 3 years old. But The Cursed from 2022.
We've all dreamt of a silver that's cursed this land.
Judas asked, "What are you willing to give me if I deliver him over to you?" We will all pay for the sins made by our elders.
There's a manor house. They've sent for me regarding their son who's gone missing. It may be connected to what you've been looking for. Did the girl see what attacked them? What's happening here? The land's been cursed.
I watched today and was so impressed that I decided that it had to be what I watched. That movie is awesome, folks.
Me too. That's not the same one I thought we was talking about then.
You're probably thinking of
Talking about the one with Rich
Christina Ricci
yes.
and all that. Yeah, no.
Now I gotta look this one up.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
The Cursed is set in
That's another one I have to watch, but have not watched.
early 1900s, I believe it is whenever it's set. Maybe 1920, maybe 1910, something like that. It's right around Civil War, whenever that was. Any historians out there want to talk about it? It's actually no, I take that back. No, it is. I'm pretty close to right. Yeah. Anyway, guys, since neither one of y'all have seen it, it is incredible. It's made my top 5 of all time.
I had it to watch. It's on our watch shelf, but it's another one that we haven't watched.
I mean, when I say horror movies, I mean werewolf movies, of course. But it was outstanding. But now I like Gothic horror. If you do not like Gothic horror, you will not.
I've heard
like
it's
this movie.
kind of slow.
It is slow getting started, and you will not like the werewolf design. I can tell you right now, because I don't like the werewolf design. But the story is so good, you can throw all that out the window. It's that good.
Looks like we have to watch some of these on the watch shelf.
It's outstanding. I have had it for 2 years in my collection and hadn't watched it. And I finally was like, okay,
I don't feel so bad.
Now's the time. So I watched this thing. And I'm just going to tell you, the story is centered around, the story starts in World War II. A guy gets shot. And when they're removing bullets, they find an extra bullet. A silver one. And they remove it. And that's how our story starts. And then it kind of goes back in time to when this guy's a kid. And you've come to find out this family's been cursed by gypsies. And the gypsies...
They must have killed somebody.
They killed all of them. and as her dying curse, she curses the entire community. And not long after that, I'm not going to give a whole lot away because I really want people to watch this movie, especially you two.
And that's new enough. A lot of the viewers may not have seen that as well.
Exactly. Like I said, I'm not going to give a whole lot away, but I will say this gypsy curses, and there's a scarecrow involved, by the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
we got to watch it.
This gypsy curses the entire town, and then suddenly a werewolf preys upon all the people in the town. Now, having said all the nice things I can say about it, let me tell y'all a few negatives. The werewolf does not look like a werewolf at all. It looks like Pumpkinhead on 4 legs. That's what it looks like.
Oh, shit.
Why? They made it hairless, which I'm not a fan of that look.
No.
And it's very pale. I do not like that. Having said that negative, there are some incredible CGI / practical effects. They melded the two for this movie that were done that y'all will be like, holy crap, that just happened. There's a scene in it I'm not going to tell y'all about that I nearly lost my lunch on. It was that good. Long story to short for you folks. I recommend it if you like Gothic movies. If you're, maybe this is the best way I can put it. If you're a Terrifier fan, you're not going to go for this. This is a no bueno for you people that are like, Terrifier is the best movie ever. This will bore you to tears if that's what you're into. There's not a lot of kills. There's not a lot of action per se. There is a lot of story. There's a lot of talking. There's a lot of what do we do?
Kind of like Wolf with Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very much so.
Another werewolf movie.
Yes. And,
that's a good movie too.
Wolf is a good movie. It was on my list of, but it was so Hollywood. I thought probably shouldn't do it.
That's why I stayed away.
Yeah. But this movie has one big actress in it. That everybody else, you'll be like, I don't know any of these people. But if anybody likes, what's the name of it? Yellowstone? Yellowstone's that one with
the Beth Dutton front lady.
Beth Dutton. It is her. She is in it. And for those of you counting boobs, she shows one boob in this movie.
Well, that's half of what I wanted.
There you go.
I think we should start a boobometer.
I think so.
I tried that at the first and it didn't catch on.
The Hooter counter. That's what we have, the Hooter counter.
But anyway, like I said, I'm not going to ramble on about it for very long. I know we're trying to kind of speed these along a little bit, but I do highly recommend it. I was truly impressed. So impressed. Like I said, I'm a connoisseur of werewolf movies. It has made my top 5 of all time. It pushed out a very good movie to get there. So,
what did it push out?
American Werewolf.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, we really got to watch it now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, American Werewolf's pretty.
American Werewolf's 5, and it pushed it 6.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So all of you out there, go watch Cursed. Like I said, 2022. That was not the one when you said Cursed. I automatically went to.
I knew what you were thinking. I was going. Yeah. I knew it was.
Which, in my opinion, is a good.
I think it's funny. I love it.
It's a decent werewolf movie.
Yeah.
So.
To be and I did want to do a little shout out, by the way. I actually, whenever I was researching all this and getting all my information together as to what I wanted to do, I came across Love, Death, and Robots, a animated show on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen it, but if you two have not,
I have not.
They do like 20-minute shorts. They do a collection of them. I think it was an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of shorts. And one of them was Werewolf Tale. And it's the best fucking excuse my language, best werewolf tale I have seen in a while. I watched it twice. That's how much I enjoyed it. I'm not normally an anime dude. And that's what these are all kind of suited toward, anime people. Mm-hmm. It's about set during the Afghanistan war. Is that right? And there's an Afghanistan werewolf and there's an American werewolf, and they fight in the middle of the war. And it was kick-ass. It was so good. I highly recommend that too. But anyway, I digress. I shall hand over the mantle to she's got the greatest movie to tell y'all about.
So, against my husband's better judgment, I picked something that he told me not to pick. And so, we had already seen it once, and we watched it again. And it was filmed in 2024. It's Cocaine Werewolf. Woo! budget. However, I will say, and I'm going to try to be as nice as I can.
I can't wait to hear it.
The budget for this movie was $100,000.
What?
Okay.
It is.
In the movie world, that is not a lot of money. However, we make indie horror films, and we do it for under $5.
Yeah.
How so? And that's per movie.
Yes.
So I'll have to say, and I'm going to critique our own movies here, while they are not Hollywood material in any way, shape, form, or fashion, I truly believe they are better than this with a $100,000 budget.
If this was $100,000, easily 90 of that was spent on their camera equipment. Because I will say,
it does.
This movie looks good as hell.
Filmed well.
It looks extremely well.
I feel like you're being a little harsh. Cocaine costs a lot of money these days, you know.
I mean,
they probably use
the way they were eating.
powdered sugar and that is Walmart Ziploc baggie. I mean,
they didn't even have the brown tape.
No.
It was just
it was a legit Ziploc bag.
Yeah,
yes.
red zipper, Walmart.
Now,
Freezer bags.
I will say, while I did get a big kick out of this movie, because I mean, you can't not really get a kick out of this
you
movie.
really can't.
The werewolf, they had to have made it out of a gorilla suit. The feet don't even have claws; they have rubber toes. It's visible, okay?
It's a Bigfoot.
They did get claws on the hands, so I'll give them props for that. They had the fangs and the teeth. I give them props for that. But when the main character that gets attacked and turns into the werewolf has a white button-up dress shirt on, and he has no rips or tears on his shirt and absolutely no blood, I mean, at least make it look a little bit realistic.
It was his nice shirt. He don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
They didn't have the budget but for one.
They couldn't afford to give him another one.
I mean, it was
Ralph Lauren.
It was a struggle. It was a real struggle. But I picked it on purpose because, I mean...
But I do it all the time.
I do wish that indie horror had some more love. So, I mean, if you haven't seen it, I mean, do watch it. It is super hard when we make our own films that I feel like look just as good or better for the amount of money we put in them.
And I'll guarantee you ours are better acted.
Yes. Yes. So, obviously the storyline here starts out with a girl in a bathing suit getting photographed, and her boyfriend, whatever that's photographing her, is going to go to his Jeep and get a werewolf mask. Well, lo and behold, the actual werewolf knocks on her door before he comes back with his mask on.
Man, what a sucky bad time.
I know, right? And so, yes. So this werewolf gets loose and out in the town, and there's a drug deal going down, and so he gets possession of the cocaine.
And then he got high.
And
then he got high.
Yeah, he actually kills the other werewolf, remember that?
Yeah, he does.
That's how he becomes a werewolf.
Yeah. Yeah, he kills the werewolf, but it had already attacked him, and so he turns into the werewolf, and he keeps this white button-up dress shirt on the whole time. It's just stretched really bad over this gorilla costume.
Nice.
And
I did actually really like their take on it, though. So it kind of tells you through dialogue that the first werewolf, the werewolf curse, makes them partake in their what do you want to call it? Their
vices or something.
Yeah. So like the first werewolf that you see, and her exact words are, "He liked the devil's lettuce," meaning marijuana.
Yeah.
So he would, every time he was around marijuana, it turned him into a werewolf.
Yeah.
And so when he is killed and the curse is transferred onto this new guy, he has a cocaine problem. So every time he's around cocaine, it turns him into a werewolf. That is actually a pretty cool way to become. I think it was kind of a different take. I did enjoy that.
I have to say, one of my favorite parts of the movie is when the man that is a big businessman in the white shirt that turns into a werewolf pulls up to this gas station for his driver to get out and use the restroom. They are in like a little metro car, like a little bitty, and like you would think he's in like this limousine because he's this big businessman, and so that part always cracks me up. So anyway,
He's
it's
environmentally conscious.
It is an entertaining watch.
Was they couldn't afford to live on the budget?
You should definitely watch it, and let us know what you think about it.
And I'm going to be honest with you, if it has something to do with dope and an animal, don't miss them. Meth Gator, just watch that cinematic masterpiece.
Crack
Coon, love it. Cocaine Bear, I mean, you can't.
Cocaine Bear was a good movie. I defy anyone to tell me that's a bad movie.
I'm waiting.
Cocaine Bear, I love that. That was awesome.
That's what we're going to film. Amphetamine Aardvark, and it's going to be an Aardvark that accidentally snorts his kid's Adderall and loses his shit.
You should do Meth Moose before you
Meth Moose. Oh my god.
Meth Moose.
You talk about a tank with an attitude. Can you see a moose methed up?
That would be awesome, man. My God.
That son bitch be stomping cars.
This is how we make movies.
Yeah.
It is. Well, they got Slaughterhouse.
Yeah,
but he didn't do any.
They didn't do
doing drugs.
Yeah, true. Could you imagine? So if you gave a sloth meth instead of going, it might go.
It'd be fast.
Give it a speed sloth and then make him faster. That'd be pretty awesome.
I mean, we may be onto something.
I'm saying. Don't be stealing our ideas, Internet.
We got Meth Moose. You got Amphetamine Anteater.
Y'all are coming up with entirely too many movies for Justin to film and edit.
No, you got this.
Anyways,
I'm gonna hold up my hand and not
I'll
be
be
the
quiet
meth
now,
booth.
since you told me not to do it in the video and to begin with.
I don't know. It's a hard watch. It's slow. It's really slow in parts, and it's a hard watch. But that's what she chose. So whatever, we watched it again.
Honestly, werewolves and comedy are. I mean, it's been done a couple times. I mean, Teen Wolf was great. I mean, I think we can all agree. But I mean, in general, mixing werewolves and comedy just doesn't seem like it would go together. I did watch Wolf Cop, and it was awesome. But I mean,
yeah, that is good.
Yeah, but most of the time, I would say I would not think of werewolves and comedy going together very well. But that's just me. Anywho, go ahead.
So, I've got a couple honorable mentions. So, I am a huge Goosebumps fan. So, if you are kind of on that like gateway horror kind of thing and you don't want to watch something that's like super bloody or gory, but you want a Werewolf Skin and Werewolf of Fever Swamp are two amazing werewolf episodes. Werewolf Skin is actually, to me, that was always scary as hell as a kid. You've got the aunt and uncle of a young child who literally they're werewolves at night and they shed their skin, stick them in a shed, and he basically has to finds the skins by snooping. And I don't know, just something about that was always really good. And then my other honorable mention as far as a horror film is Howl. It is the British horror film, takes place on a train.
I think I watched that today.
Both of them, I really enjoyed that one. The werewolves look super different in that one. I don't really know. They've got the long, like scraggly hair. Their faces look a little different, but extremely gory for a werewolf movie. Yeah. Probably one of the most gory werewolf films.
Yeah, they kind of remind me of the werewolves from The Howling. That scraggly.
A little bit, yeah.
I will say, and just to go along with what you're talking about, one thing that will make or break a werewolf movie. I've seen some excellently acted, excellent stories, and then you screw up the werewolf so bad that it takes you completely out of the film. Werewolves are hard to nail as far as getting the look down and making them look right. And if you don't do it, I mean,
that was my problem with American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like the werewolf design in that, but I'm just not a fan of four-legged werewolves in general. Yeah. If I want to watch a giant dog movie, I can go watch Cujo. I don't need that in a werewolf movie.
I hate to rag on these people, but that's kind of the deal with that. Like, I think if the werewolf had to look more like a werewolf instead of a deformed gorilla mask, that one again may have been a little bit better.
I mean, I'm telling you, it'll make or break a movie.
Not only their look, too, a transformation sequence sometimes can make or break it as well, because that is the whole part of it's a transformation sequence.
I mean, look, if you look at the story, seriously, if you look at the story for The Howling, which is my number one of all time, if you look at that story, just to analyze the story, so don't think about the movie that you've just seen, just think about the story. It's a werewolves in a resort. It's the most ridiculous premise I've ever heard in my entire life. But it was so well executed, and the transformation scene, as you were talking about, and the werewolf design was so good, it sold the entire movie.
Did you read the book?
No, I did not read
The
the book.
book's horrible.
I've heard it was.
I mean, it's
Joe Dante loathed it so much he would refuse to use part of it.
It's the whole thing about that tangent from hell. Dee Wallace didn't get the whole rape, violence thing against that character, and how the story's way different. And the book is a hard.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't great, but I don't know. But yes, to go not to take up your time, but I will say that werewolf movies are made and broke. Not all the time, most of the time, on their werewolf design and their werewolf transformations. I watched late phases as well. Excellent story. I loathe the werewolves in that. They looked like bears, and it was terrible. I could not stand it. And most people loved that movie, and I was like, no, thank you.
Well, now that we've done your honorable mentions, what's your main one?
Sorry.
My main one is from '96. It is Bad Moon.
A house on the edge of the woods.
Out here it's safe and peaceful.
A family alone.
Mom? Yes, sweetheart? Can you leave the door open a crack?
A favorite uncle who needed their help.
Things haven't been going so good for me since I got back, sis.
You could come stay with us.
But when they invited him in,
Think I better keep my eye on you.
they let in something they could never imagine or ever escape.
What's wrong with you?
Bad Moon. It doesn't have to be Halloween to be this scary.
So this is one, again, doing conventions. This one doesn't ever seem to get a lot of love. I've had it at the booth before to sell, and people will pick it up and they'll be like, boy, this was a turd. And I'm like, seriously? Like, I actually really enjoy that film. So
Number 4 on my list.
You've got, and I've got it pulled up here because I don't remember names. Michael Perry, however you say his last name, I'm not sure. He was in Greatest American Hero. And so that was kind of what brought him to the table as far as acting, and he's in this, and he is in another country, and he is like, I'm not really sure exactly what he is. Okay,
if I remember correctly.
So he basically is having relations with a woman, and a werewolf comes up and it scratches him. It kills her, scratches him. He becomes the werewolf. He goes back home. He's living in a camper out by the river, and his sister and her son wind up coming and visiting. And he basically breaks down, and he's like, I'm not doing good. And she's like, come live with us. And so when he gets there, the dog just goes crazy, and the dog knows something's not right. It can sense it. And you see a lot of like him sneaking out at night with this long chain and these handcuffs, and he's going out to the woods, and he's protecting his family. And he's chaining
It's
himself.
a tragic tale, really, if you watch the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Overall, though, really, really enjoyable. Lee had never seen it. We watched it. I enjoy it. I think the werewolf design is cool. I think it has a pretty entertaining story. I like the dog aspect of it because, again, animals can sense things. So animal versus animal kind of a deal with being able to sense. That's something that a lot of times in werewolf movies it's not touched on. You'll have a dog and maybe they get scared and just run the opposite way, but you don't have that whole like animal instinct sensing on each other where you do on this one. So I mean, that's pretty much the premise of it.
Well, the wonderful thing about that movie is it gives you a whole new perspective. A lot of the story that's told through the werewolf, through the dog and the werewolf. The story is kind of, I mean, the family is kind of like a side piece to the whole thing.
They're there. They're not really the main.
And you're listening to the conversation, but it's almost like you're listening to what the dog is hearing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I loved it for that. It's like I said, it's number 4 on my list of all time, and that's the reason why is it gives you a whole new perspective. The werewolf design was fantastic, and Michael, we all have different pronunciations for his name, but he was fantastic.
He was.
And you felt sorry for him. You knew he couldn't help what he was doing, and he, was trying to fight it as best he could.
Yeah, like knowing that you're going to turn and going out in the woods and chaining yourself so that you know that you can't hurt your loved ones. It's a pretty touching. It's a pretty touching, but also tragic story the way it ends up.
Well, the werewolf tale is a tragic story anyway. I mean, in almost all cases, none of these people want to be what they are, unless you take out the Howling. Now, the Howling, they enjoyed it, but most of them don't want to be that way.
And the thing is, you look at the movies we didn't pick. Dog
there's a ton.
Oh, yeah, there's a ton.
I mean, shit.
Ginger Snaps.
Silver Bullet, Ginger Snaps. I mean, Silver
Ginger Snaps
Bullet.
I figured you would do because that's a female perspective.
I didn't even think about it, to be honest.
He was too busy saying, I'm going to do cocaine beer.
But then again, Ginger Snaps has that one love part in it that she would have shit on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So let's not start.
Oh, that's true. There was a love story. Shit, I hate that.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't pick it.
Yeah. We know we hate those. Anyway, like I said, Bad Moon is one though. Like I said, we've had it at the booth and people pick it up, and they always. I don't know of very many people that pick it up and they're like, "Oh, we like this film." Like most of the time, it's well, this was a turd, wasn't it? And I'm like, it really wasn't though, and I don't understand the hate for it. But regardless. That is 4 if you count the honorable mentions. A couple episodes of Goosebumps as well. That's 5. We also mentioned Wolf, which we didn't go over. That's a little bit more mainstream. But Ginger Snaps, we just mentioned a whole lot right there. Back it up about a minute and hear a lot of those honorable mentions.
Don't forget Trick or Treat too. There's a whole story about werewolves.
Yeah, the anthology.
Yeah, that was a great one too. Yeah. For me, it was the best story in there.
Yeah, I agree. It's a beloved character from the 30s. I mean, look at all the people on Cheney, things like that.
Yeah.
The mythology goes much further than that.
Yeah.
You're talking about there's stories about werewolves back from the 1700s and stuff like that.
And it's cool there's so many diverse little almost like subgenres of the genre.
So many different ways to get there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's cool because it's. And basically, I like them all. I just like werewolf movies.
Mm-hmm.
There's some bad ones out there, but I like them all for what they are.
Yeah.
So if you're keeping track, we did a couple honorable mentions last week. So I think we did 7. We did, I think, 7 Scarecrow movies, 6 or 7. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to go back and watch the episode. But we gave you 6 or 7 Scarecrow movies. We just gave you another 6 or 7, even more if you count all those we just rattled off for Werewolf. So we're rolling right along, getting you guys hopefully some new horror films that you have never seen to get you in the spirit for Halloween. It is rapidly approaching. We are not very far from it at all. So we're going to keep this series rolling. We will take a break next week as me and Lee will go over our September 2025 collection update. It's a pretty big one, so tune in as I get my ass chewed out for that one. And we'll be back in 2 weeks' time to continue this with our vampire episode. So we appreciate you guys tuning in this week. We'll catch you then.
See ya.
Peace.